Over the years, I've tested close to a dozen different smart locks for my front door to see which one would fit best in my overall smart home ecosystem. I started off with some Google Home ones very early on in smart home days, and now I wanted one that really just fit around my Apple ecosystem and was purpose-built for HomeKit, and that's where Avia Smart Lock does come into play. And I've been using this for a couple weeks now, and I've been blown away by the simplicity, but also at the same time, the amount of customization you can do and all the different ways that you can securely unlock and lock your door. So without further ado, let's talk about Avia's new Deadbolt smart home lock. Let's get into it. Now, let's start off with the centerpiece of this entire ecosystem, which has to be the Avia Deadbolt Plus. This is their new smart home lock that is purpose-built for Apple HomeKit and for us Apple ecosystem users, because again, I've always wanted a lock that just works the way that it's intended to with Apple's ecosystem. I don't want to have to go into a separate application. I don't want to have to fully rely on the HomeKit app. I want to be able to have tap to unlock, use NFC key fobs, and this Deadbolt Plus does all that and then some. So the installation process was actually very simple. I have installed and uninstalled a few different smart locks in my day, but it took me a little less than 15 minutes to go from uninstalling the old one to installing this brand new Deadbolt Plus and getting it all ready to go and being able to unlock it on my iPhone with NFC and tap to unlock. And if you're somebody who doesn't have any experience doing this, it shouldn't take you longer than 20 minutes to get this done. It's very simple, very self-explanatory. They have videos online that'll guide you through the entire installation process. Only thing that you're gonna need to bring yourself is a screwdriver. Everything else is included in the packaging. Now, what makes this thing truly special compared to the rest of the competition? Because you might be thinking, yes, there are other HomeKit enabled smart locks out there, but this is an IoT Breakthrough Award winner for Smart Lock of the Year in 2024. And what really makes it special is that it's true Apple Home Key support for the iPhone and the Apple Watch. So there you go. Those are two ways that you can already unlock your smart home lock. You can use your Apple Watch as well as your iPhone once you do have it fully installed. You also get 18 months of battery life on the 4 batteries that come included in the packaging, which is another great thing, which is pretty much best in class among the best in any HomeKit lock. You also have the integrated illuminated keypad, and it's made out of this beautiful chrome material, which I absolutely love. Very rugged, but at the same time, it does look nice, and it's nice to the touch. And the keypad is kind of integrated in the lock itself, so you don't have this kind of big eyesore that's a big panel to have a keypad or a key indicator to type in your key code. And now that's the third way to unlock it, which is putting in your own personal PIN to unlock the device. And then like I said, there are 8 total ways. So way number 4 is with the included key fobs, and setting these up are extremely simple. You get 2 of these in the packaging that you can give to anybody that you want, as long as they are registered inside the application, and the registration takes 15 seconds. You hold it up like any other NFC tag, tap it, and you're good to go to be used to unlock and lock that front door. Then of course you have the physical keys themselves. So the physical keys come in here, you get 2 physical keys. So if you are in a pickle and then maybe you do run out of battery, you do have that failsafe, which is nice to have. And of course it is HomeKit enabled, so you can unlock and lock it directly from the HomeKit application. You can unlock it and lock it from the Avia application, which is something that I tend to stray away from. I like to keep it all inside of my Apple HomeKit. But if you like to use that, it is a very simple to use and understand app. And then of course you can actually do guest pins as well. So you can share a temporary guest pin. So if you're somebody that has an Airbnb or some sort of long-term rental home, you're able to remotely change it whenever you need to if you have different guests coming in and out at different times of the day. And then the cherry on top has to be the fact that it works in your entire Apple ecosystem. So if you can talk to your Apple TV Plus, you can talk to your Apple HomePod, your HomePod Mini, say, blank to unlock it, and it will unlock that front door for you as well as lock it for you as well. And it's also a secure AAA rated design, so rest assured that it's been tested amongst the best. And then Avia also has 2 additional accessories that go alongside the Avia Deadbolt Plus. The first one being the Avia SolarPro. Now this one is exactly what it sounds like. It is a panel that you install during the initial installation process. It is a separate accessory, but it does give you a prolonged battery life of up to 5 years on a single set of batteries. So it basically allows you to use the batteries that are in there, and they dwindle and go down much slower because it is using solar power to kind of trickle recharge as the day goes on. Now, if you do have some sort of cover over your front door, then maybe it's not the best idea, but if you do have direct sunlight hitting your front door, this could be a great way to add an additional 3.5 years of battery life to one single charge. And then lastly, they do have their Smart Sash Fastener, which is basically just the lock that goes on your window, and it's a smart lock that does integrate inside of the Apple HomeKit, so it'll tell you when it unlocks, when it locks, when the window's opened up, when it closes down. Again, it's just something simple that's easy to use, that integrates into Apple HomeKit, which you set it and forget it, and it's very easy to install. But again, the star of the show here is the Deadbolt Plus, the simplicity, how easy it is to use, how pretty it is to look at, and just how simple it is to share amongst your family instantly because it is an Apple ecosystem application. So if you are somebody who's looking for a brand new smart lock for your home, one that wants to integrate with HomeKit, that is thread enabled and built on thread, but again, most importantly, works amongst your iOS, watchOS devices, then the Avia Deadbolt Plus is a no-brainer in my opinion. And I will leave a link down in the description below for you guys to check out the Avia Deadbolt Plus and its corresponding accessories. And big shout out to Avia for partnering up with 9to5Mac on this video. I, for one, am a very happy camper with this brand new Deadbolt Plus, and it is now my main lock and it will remain that way for the foreseeable future. But that'll be it, everybody. If you made it to the end, leave a little dolphin. Big shout out to Avia again, and until next time, I'm Fernando. Peace.